So let's get into our review.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you exactly how you should feel about it right now. That's how you should feel about it. I gave it a 1 out of 5. And now I'm not trying to be mean or shit on this, but I'm sorry. I have looked back and I have seen all of Oz Perkins' directed works. I didn't know the first 3, the original 3, like Gretel, Hansel, things like that. Like I didn't know they were his. I guess I just didn't pay attention to the name, but like it was Longlegs that turned me on to the name Oz Perkins and the fact that he was Anthony's son. I did not like I don't like anything he's done. They're beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're good stories. They're like the Monkey for me is a horror comedy that is beautiful. He knows how to shoot the hell out of a movie, and he has a great cinematographer helping him along the way. The special effects, those 2 things are what got at the point. Like the special effects, the practical effects are great in this movie. There's some great death scenes, but there's like very little built in. Like that at first. The actors, like you have this great supporting cast supporting this Theo James actor, whom I liked in other stuff, but like it's not a strong actor. It's not like I'm watching like a Rob Pattinson, like who maybe has taken a role or something like that. Like Elijah Wood's in this movie, and that's where you see that disparity.
Okay.
You put like really good actors like Tatiana Maslany, who she played She-Hulk, and she was also in Orphan Black, the original Orphan Black, not the one they kind of redid with Kristen Ritter, which I haven't seen, so I'm not judging. But she was great in those. And she was good in this as the mom. Adam Scott was funny as the dad, and I'm not going to give anything away about what happens here, there, where, or what, but all of these characters are in it for too short a period. And now you may think that's like, oh, they died. That's I purposely said 2 characters that had very different fates, But Theo James in this isn't as strong of an actor, and when he's working against somebody like Elijah Wood, you see that. Elijah Wood's playing a crazy character in the movie, like this crazy stepdad who kind of oversteps too much, and he's doing such an interesting job. Like he's adding to the horror elements to it, but then he's gone in like 30 seconds. And again, I'm not giving anything away because all the fates are very different in this movie. So, and it doesn't always mean death. So it's very interesting kind of how they play out, but Theo James is the main focus. Even when he's acting against the kid who's playing his son, it just isn't like the son is a better actor. So, and he's playing twins in the movie. So he's pulling double duty starring in this movie, and it's already disjointed. The story just doesn't really mesh well, in my opinion. Like it seems like it's more to try and hit on certain comedy elements, and those comedy elements are all the deaths. And it's like, I don't need that. You start building up this lore of the monkey. Like somebody's like, no, if it does this, then it won't happen, or this. And there's like things that are being said where they believe it. And then it just breaks that. And there's no explanation as to what the monkey is or where it comes from. And I understand the idea of, the suspense of it or just the mystery, but that's weak. That is weak. You have to at least give us something that's a little more concrete, something that flows in the story. This doesn't do that. This just is like monkey here. When monkey beat drum, people die. Who dies? Everyone or no one? Like literally. And no one. I know that's confusing, and I do think people should check it out if they're horror fans of practical effects.
Okay, which I am.
It's very gory, but in a delightful way, because it's trying to be comedic. And I hate to say that meanly, but the comedic timing doesn't work for me.
That's fair though.
And that's why I got a 1. Like it's just he is I don't know. I've said this about a couple of other directors and horror directors, that Ari Aster, Rob Zombie. I've said this countless times if you listen to this podcast, and that is they have great premises to movies. Oz Perkins has a great premise to a movie. Even this is based on a Stephen King book, but he changed it up a bit. Not like in a crazy manner or anything, but like it is a crazier version. Stephen King didn't have these elaborate deaths, and like there's a little more depth to it. And it's a short story. It was, and I mean, I did read it when I was like 12. So Graveyard Shifts I read a long time ago. So I don't remember it perfectly, but it didn't. It wasn't this,
So,
and that's the crazy part of it. Like,
quick question then. Would
you had something.
If somebody else were to do this, let's say a newer director, I don't want to say newer because I don't know how long this man's been directing before. I have a name in the back of my mind, but I have an answer to my question. But who would you have direct this same movie? Sorry. but in someone else's hand?
All right. That's a great question. And like this movie has never been made before. There is a movie from the 80s called Monkey Shines. And I think a lot of people are going to try and connect those. And just to let you know, Monkey Shines different. There's a cymbals beating monkey in this. And that same cymbals beating monkey is on the cover of the Monkey short story. And so you may get that mixed up. This has a drum because licensing rights. This is very different. Like the Disney owns the cymbal drums or something, and so that's why they use the regular drums in this. But in Stephen King's book, it was the cymbal drums that was doing.
See,
but to add to that, the Monkey Shines movie from the 80s isn't based on the monkey. It's based on a book called Monkey Shines. And it may have the cymbals monkey on it, but it's a real monkey in the movie.
I gotta see
that. So just to get that out of the way, to not confuse anyone, this is based on the Stephen King short story. It's different from like what you might think. I think this is a stupid concept. It's not a great concept in the book either. It's just Stephen King wrote it, and it's got some good writing to it. It's a toy monkey that in this bangs its drum and somebody dies in some crazy like MacGyver-ish way that somebody like that. It's basically Final Destination. Like the monkey beats the drum and Final Destination happens.
Okay.
And the difference there, again, going back to praise the practical effects in this movie, whereas you watch Final Destination, it's all fucking outlandish. It's all outlandish in how it does things. With the VFX, blood and all that stuff, and how crazy. This is actually done with practical effects that look cool, and
check it out.
So I think it's worth that. But for me, it's a 1. I'm never gonna watch it again. Like I think this is a stupid concept of having just some mystic. It's a stupid concept if there's no fun backstory to it. If you don't give me a lore to this monkey and why when he beats his drum it seems like the world is ending everywhere, I don't care. It had the same sort of feel as Knock on the Cabin Door, that M. Night Shyamalan.
I don't think I've seen that one, but
or even like The Watchers, like his daughter did that one. It's that same, like, you don't really get a resolution out of it.
Yeah,
you know how it ends. It is what it is, but you don't really get a resolution, and it's just kind of annoying.
Okay.
And that's why I got a 1.
The cover's pretty damn cool, man. That's
it is cool. And the monkey looks awesome. And the comedy, there's certain comedy parts where the deaths happen that it does play, but it isn't perfectly timed. So I think, like, for me, Oz Perkins might want to like work with a writer. I'm not saying not write. Like Rob Zombie, I think, should be in the writer's room. Ari Aster should be in a writer's room. And so I think Oz Perkins should find a writing partner he trusts, that when he's like, I want to get to this, and this, and I think that will look cool, and he's got his director brain on, he's got a writer there being like, well, we got to cross the bridge. Like, how do we get there?
Okay.
And then add to that, because that's the elements that we're missing in this in the story. But I appreciate you guys watching this, whether you're watching it, listening to it, or watching as a clip. Thank you guys. And let's get on to our final segment. Well, actually not our final segment, but